If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been watching for a while, I appreciate you. Today's video might be one of the most important ones you ever see for your back health. And if anything in this helps you, go ahead and tap like, so more people dealing with back pain can see it too. Now, let's get into it. What if I told you the exercise almost everyone has avoided their entire life might be the one movement that finally fixes your back? Most people were taught the same advice growing up. Never round your back, keep it straight, protect your spine. But what if that advice is part of the reason your back feels stiff every morning? Why bending forward feels tight, and why your lower back has been giving you problems for years? Today, we're breaking down the Jefferson curl, one of the most misunderstood movements in fitness, and why it might be the exact thing your spine has been needing. So let's start with the truth nobody talks about. Your spine isn't fragile. It's adaptable. It's built to move. The only reason it feels tight or weak is because you haven't trained it through its full range of motion. When you spend your whole life avoiding rounding your back, your ligaments, discs, and stabilizing muscles slowly lose strength. Weakness turns into stiffness, stiffness turns into pain. But the amazing part? You can reverse those years of restriction with one simple movement, if you do it correctly. This movement is the Jefferson curl. It strengthens your spine one segment at a time, restoring mobility, flexibility, and control right where your body needs it most. Before we get into the technique, you need to understand why this exercise works so well. When most people bend forward, they hinge only from the hips. The spine doesn't move.
Each vertebrae stays locked together instead of bending individually.
And when a spine stops moving, everything around it, the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back muscles, even the breathing muscles, all start to tighten to protect the area. Think of it like a chain. If the first link gets stiff, every link behind it feels the strain. The Jefferson curl gently trains each link of that chain. Now let me walk you through the correct form step by step. Start by standing on a small elevated surface. A step, a box, or even a sturdy platform works. Place your feet shoulder width apart, hold a very light weight in your hands, and when I say light, I mean light. 5 pounds, maybe 10 at most. You're not trying to lift heavy, you're teaching your spine how to move again. From here, tuck your chin toward your chest. This is important because it begins the movement at the very top of your spine.
Then slowly start rolling down, letting each vertebrae bend one at a time.
You're not dropping straight down, you're curling. As you descend, the weight should gently pull you deeper, but never force anything. Let your arms hang naturally, allow your upper back, then mid back, then lower back to follow the curve. When you reach your lowest comfortable position, and this will vary for everyone, pause for a second or two. Feel the stretch, feel the release, then slowly reverse it.
Stack each vertebrae one by one until you're standing tall again.
This might feel strange at first. Some people feel shaky, some feel tight, some feel muscles working they didn't know they had. That's good. It means the movement is doing its job. So, what changes first when you start doing this consistently? Most people notice their lower back loosens up. Simple things like bending to tie your shoes or picking something off the floor feel easier. Your hamstrings, which often feel tight for years, actually start lengthening because your back is finally moving the way it was designed to move. And here's where the chain reaction begins. When the spine starts functioning better, everything connected to it changes too. Your hips open up, your hamstrings release, your glutes activate, your posture improves, and your breathing even becomes smoother because your rib cage can expand properly. One movement affects nearly everything from the top of your spine all the way down to your calves. Now, before you try this, there are a few mistakes you must avoid. Number 1, starting too heavy. This is not a weightlifting exercise. It's a mobility and strength control exercise. If you feel the urge to prove something by lifting big numbers, stop right there. 5 pounds is enough for most people to get all the benefits. Mistake number 2, moving too fast. The entire point of this exercise is slow, controlled movement. You should feel every inch of your spine. You should feel each segment move. If you rush, you miss the benefit. Mistake number 3, hinging from the hips. This is the biggest one. If you push your hips back and turn it into a forward bend, you're not doing a Jefferson curl. You're doing a hamstring stretch. Keep your hips stacked over your feet and let your spine move first. Mistake number 4, forcing the stretch. Never push yourself into pain. This movement should feel challenging but controlled, never painful. Let your range of motion improve naturally over time. So, how should you progress? If you're a beginner, start with no weight at all. Just practice curling down and back up, focusing on control and breathing. Do 5 to 8 slow repetitions. Once you're comfortable, add 5 pounds. Keep the reps slow, feel your spine moving. As you get stronger, you can add weight gradually, but only if your form stays perfect. Now, let's talk about how to fit this into your routine. You don't need to do this every day. 2 or 3 times a week is enough for most people. Do it before your workout as a warm-up or after your workout as a cool-down, or even on its own as a morning mobility routine. A simple structure looks like this. 1 set of 8 slow Jefferson curls, 20 seconds of child's pose, 20 seconds of standing forward fold. Repeat 2 to 3 times. This is one of the fastest ways to improve lower back flexibility, hamstring mobility, and spinal control all at once. Now, let's talk about something important. Many people feel tightness in their lower back, but it's not really tightness, it's weakness disguised as tightness. A weak muscle protects itself by tightening. A stiff ligament tightens because it can't stabilize. A spine that never moves becomes guarded. The Jefferson curl retrains all of that. It removes the nervous system's brake pedal and teaches your body it's safe to move again. And once that happens, the entire back changes. People who couldn't bend before start bending smoothly. People who always felt locked up finally feel mobile. People who lived with stiffness for decades suddenly feel relief. But remember, this movement is powerful because it's slow, because it's controlled, because it teaches your body to move better over time. The goal isn't to go deep, the goal is to move well. Train the Jefferson curl with patience and consistency, and your back won't just feel better, it will feel younger, stronger, and more capable than it has in years.